Today we need to talk about the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Abduction collection because people are not happy. What was marketed as a revamped and renamed collection has quickly sparked controversy after fans realized it wasn't new at all. It's simply been repackaged and given a new name, while the rest of the collection features a few new items. So in today's video, we're breaking down the full collection, comparing the new palette to the original, looking at prices and details, and talking about why so many people feel let down by this launch. So Jeffree Star Cosmetics just launched the Abduction collection, a UFO/alien themed range. Firstly, let's take a look at everything in the collection. So first we have the Abduction Artistry palette, which retails for $60. And this is clearly the star product of the collection, but the most controversial. It has 18 shades featuring neutrals, greens, bronzes, and metallics. And if I'm being honest, the color story feels a little random rather than cohesive. If the alien/UFO theme is the concept, I kind of expected something a little more exciting. Duochromes, multi-chromes, more futuristic colors, weird acid greens. Instead, it kind of feels like a neutral palette wearing an alien costume. It doesn't scream abduction or extraterrestrial to me. And to be honest, some of the shades look a little bit muddy in the swatches. Now, Jeffree Star Cosmetics has historically done very strong color stories. Think Blood Sugar, Blue Blood, and Jawbreaker. So this feels really underwhelming by comparison. Moving on, we have 3 new shades of the Glimmer Glass Liquid Body and Face Highlighters, which retail for $22 each. And the shades are Jealous Ice, Glistening Gold, and Diamond in the Muff. Why are we still doing this? I know Jeffree built his brand on shock humor, but in 2026, it's just kind of cringe. Liquid face and body highlighters are fun, but not exactly revolutionary. And this feels a little late to the trend because face and body glow products peaked so many years ago. But depending on the formula, this actually could be one of the better items in the collection, especially because liquid products are quite trendy with the whole clean girl aesthetic. However, these products may be a little bit too intense for that crowd. Then we have 3 Supreme glosses, which retail for $22 each. We have the shades Phone Home, Scorpio, and Pink Uranus. Lip gloss is always an easier sell than eyeshadow palettes are right now. Consumers are loving lips more than giant eyeshadow palettes lately, but these might actually be the most wearable items of the collection. I think the shades are pretty, I would wear them. And of course, it wouldn't be a Jeffree Star launch without a hand mirror. This one retails for $38. This is a pretty standard Jeffree Star Cosmetics accessory. Hand mirrors have always been a part of the brand's identity. So fans who collect all of the mirrors will probably like it, but $38 for a mirror in this economy is a choice. Unless you're a collector, it's kind of hard to justify. These next 2 products I thought were just very out of place. We have a UFO necklace retailing for $32. I just don't really understand having jewelry and makeup launches unless it's something like absolutely incredible. But like, who is buying a necklace because they wanted eyeshadow? I also just think it's kind of weird and cheap looking for the collection. $32 for stainless steel is also wild. And lastly, we have a Galaxy hoodie for $65. And I'm not gonna lie, she's giving 2012 Galaxy leggings. It just feels more like brand merch rather than part of a beauty launch. I mean, $65 is pretty standard merch pricing. But again, it doesn't need to be in the collection. So you can buy the full collection in a bundle for $192 US. That is honestly quite shocking. That's almost $200 before shipping and tax is even added on, and international buyers would be paying so much more. Now that's a lot of money for a collection headlined by a repackaged palette. If this was genuinely a fresh concept, I think people would be a lot more excited. But the problem is, this collection feels very familiar. Longtime beauty viewers immediately notice that the Abduction palette is actually a repackaged version of the discontinued Alien palette. And I'm not just talking the theme. I mean, alien UFO concept, same bronze and green color story. Some shade names have been reused, like Abduction and Phone Home. You have the same murky neutrals with some pops of green and kind of just the same overall vibe. Even the new palette includes shades named Titan, Abduction, UFO, Phone Home, Moonrock, and Black Hole. That's not inspired by. That's basically Alien palette, the sequel nobody asked for. And the biggest issue? The original Alien palette had a look that was perfect when it was initially launched back in 2018. Giant palettes weren't really a thing, so Jeffree Star was really ahead of its time back then. However, this new one, it looks flat, generic, and honestly cheaper. It feels like they removed everything fun and iconic about the original and just kept its contents. I really think they had the opportunity to elevate the packaging this time around, especially 8 years later when the brand likely has far more resources to invest in something that felt refreshed, innovative, and elevated for 2026. The reaction online has been rough. A lot of people have been saying that this is lazy, and I completely understand why. Beauty launches used to feel exciting. New formulas, new concepts, new exciting packaging. Now it kind of feels like open old files, change packaging, increase price, relaunch. So why discontinue the Alien palette just to bring it back? If people loved Alien, why not simply just restock it? Why pretend that this is something new? And $192 for recycled ideas is kinda wild. Especially in 2026 when consumers are more price conscious than ever. People are cutting back, inflation is real, and brands are asking consumers to spend luxury money on nostalgia bait. The complaint I've seen the most is that the packaging downgraded. And I definitely agree with that because the original Alien palette had identity. The new one kind of feels like private label packaging with stickers on it. So I'm gonna be honest, this collection just feels so lackluster. Especially because Jeffree Star Cosmetics used to dominate launches. Whether you liked him or not, the products felt event level. Blood Sugar, Blue Blood, Jawbreaker, Cremated. We can't forget about that one. The launches had scale, drama, strong branding. This feels like a small brand trying to imitate Jeffree Star's old success. And that's the weirdest part. It's his own brand copying himself. The eyeshadow palette especially doesn't excite me. It's kind of just a safe, neutral palette with some greens thrown in. Now that might work for everyday consumers, but Jeffree Star's audience historically wanted bold creations. Even fans have said that the brand started out fun, but now it feels boring compared to what made it successful. So are beauty brands as a whole just getting lazy? Honestly, yes. But not every brand. However, many brands are relying on nostalgia, recycled concepts, tiny shade expansions called launches, cheap packaging upgrades, and inflated bundle pricing. And consumers are noticing. People want to feel excited again. They want innovation. They want formulas that are worth the price. They want launches that don't feel like a cash grab. If a discontinued product is coming back, great. But say that. That probably would have been received far better than pretending it's a whole new era. So that's my take on the Jeffree Star Abduction collection. This is the Alien palette repackaged with less interesting packaging and a much less exciting rollout. Some people may still love it. Some people miss the Alien launch the first time around. But as a beauty consumer in 2026, I expect more than recycled ideas with premium pricing. So let me know in the comments, do you think this collection is smart business or lazy beauty marketing? And would you buy this? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Well, I'm gonna finish the video off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see any other content I don't create here, check out my Instagram at makeupwithalex. All of my social medias are linked down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!